The No Fate channel, checking in. And today I'm gonna be doing a shoe review. That's right, we're gonna be going over the Reebok Men's Speed Cross Trainer. I'm gonna talk about the bottom, the top, the inside, the outside, the cost, how it fits, how it sits, how I have used it, and frankly, if this is gonna be your next running shoe. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, do me a solid. Give the video a like and smash that red subscribe button. On this series, I'm just a dad of two, trying to be a great parent to my kids and still accomplish my own personal goals. Easier said than done. And part of this channel, I love to do honest reviews of stuff that I actually use, because I happen to think firsthand accounts of products are the best way to understand if these are going to meet, or better yet, exceed your expectations when you make that purchase. Before we get started, I want to know from you, comment below, which training shoe or road shoe are you currently using? And most importantly, do you enjoy it? Do you like it? Would you buy it again once that one wears thin? So let's just flash back to over 6 months ago. Reebok was running a crazy sale and I picked these up for $50 delivered. They do range in price everywhere from $100 to $50 depending on when and where you buy them. They're on, of course, Reebok.com, Amazon, and depending on your shoe size, you can get a really good deal on these. I wanted to get these because I specifically like having a dedicated running shoe for my runs. I find it's the best way to kind of save your body with regards to impact and with regards to extending the life of your running shoe is to only use them when you are running or racing. So I picked these up solely to run outside on the road and compete in races. They are a cross trainer, so they would be ideal if you are looking for something to take into the gym as well as on the road. Overall, in terms of fit, Reebok does fit a half a size bigger than normal. As an example, I normally take a size 10 shoe, and like every shoe out there, but in this case, I picked up a 9.5 and it fits perfect. So if you're wondering what size to get, try to get under, at least a half size under what you normally get. As far as weight, I try to look up the actual number on how much this weighs. I couldn't find the weight of the actual shoe. I will tell you it is extremely light, especially if you're used to some of those heavier cross training shoes, or even if for you marathon trainers, you get those really heavy, thick-soled marathon training shoes. This is fairly light overall. Sticking with the fit and feel of this shoe, I have a slightly narrow foot, and these fit perfectly. Oftentimes with a lot of running shoes, because my foot is slightly narrow, I find that I have a lot of extra room here in the top of the shoe. But in this case, once I put them on and locked them in and got them broken in, they fit perfectly right across the top, basically making sure that my foot isn't sliding around. I would say if you have a slightly wider foot, then you might either want to not consider these or considering getting the wide version of these if they sell the wide version of these. As far as the front toe box, I did have a good amount of room in that toe box. Keep in mind, it's less than a minimalistic shoe. In a minimalistic shoe design, you kind of get a wide open toe box, allowing your feet to spread out. But I did not feel that these were cramped. I felt like I had like that right, nice, sweet spot of, a good enough room, but not so much that my feet were sliding around during running. How do these feel when you actually run in them, right? The most important part. I already mentioned that these were light shoes, and I'll tell you, when you put these on and run on the road, you're gonna feel fast. These things are very, very fast. And I got a really great feeling, almost like being in a track racing flat. If you've ever run in racing flats that are ultra thin, ultra flat shoes that just grip the ground very well, these mimic those very, very closely, but giving you a bit extra cushion on the back and the front. Once you put these things on, you are going to grab that ground very, very well. The tread on here is excellent, and again, it kind of almost sticks to the ground, giving you a lot of control and a lot of grip when you're running, but not unnecessary amount of stick, but a really good way to feel fast. I took these on training runs, and I definitely wanted to kind of open up my pace. I just felt that good running in these. As far as my experience in terms of how much I use them, I typically put on about like maybe 5 miles a week, not very much. I'm more of like a once a week type of person when it comes to running, but these have held up very well. There's almost no wear and tear on these. I did take these to 2 races. I took them to the Pasta 1 mile in Salem, New Hampshire, and I banged out a 5-minute and 45-second mile, which for me is exceptionally fast. Frankly, it's the fastest time I've had ever. Felt really good running in these, and again, I can't say enough in terms of like the traction and the speed on these. I also took these to an obstacle course race. I took these to the Fenway Spartan Road Race, which is typically when you think of a Spartan race or an obstacle course race, you think of a mud run. There's no mud in the Fenway Stadium series, so you're going over stairs, you're going over like wet and cold concrete, you are going over some turf because you're on the field for a bit, and you're going over and under obstacles, and these things held up so well. Great traction, no slippage whatsoever, and my feet felt fantastic in these the entire hour that I was taking part in that race. Overall, extremely happy with this purchase. Obviously, I only paid $50, so I'm happy that I got it on a sale. Would I be happy if I paid $100 for these? Yeah, they get the job done. They held up very well, and they're everything I expected. Would I train for a marathon in these? And the answer is probably not. I think you would feel really good trying to train for a marathon in these until kind of the wear and the tear of the impact, depending on how you run and how heavy you land when you're running, would wear itself on your joints pretty quickly. I think these are great for like any type of training for a 5K, or even maybe get away with a 10K in these, but anything longer than a 10K or anything longer than like a 6 or 7 mile training run, I would not participate in these shoes. Overall, these are great running shoes. These are great race day shoes. And if you are looking to get a cross trainer, which this specifically is for cross training, I think these would do an excellent job both in the gym and on the road and over and under some obstacles. If you have any questions regarding the Reebok training, cross trainer for men, drop it in the comments below. I'll get it answered as quickly as I can. If you came this far in the video, we are now officially best friends. Use the links in the description to help me help pay for this channel with regards to all the extra lights and electricity and time that takes to make these videos. I am curious though, comment below, which training shoe, which running shoe are you currently using, and do you like it? There's a ton of them out there, and it is hard to decipher between the good ones and the bad ones. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.